What's good? It's Chigozi. It's Friday, September 28th, 2018. Since it's the 28th, we very well have no problem with this Facebook propaganda showing up today. As we all know, Facebook is an Israeli corporation because it is run by this gang of false Jews from Revelation. Mark Zuckerberg is one of the false Jews, always participating in propaganda on the numbers for Israel. And I've said in my past videos, especially my videos about the stock market, look for Facebook plays on dates with Thelemic Israeli numerology, which are essentially the same. Israel 2835, Thelema 2835. Israel also sums to 37 because S is the 19th letter, 1 plus 9 is 10. So reducing ones, adding them all, 37. This is Gematria. It is part of Kabbalah, a form of Jewish mysticism. Mark Zuckerberg practices Kabbalah, so do his employers. They believe the world was created by God, who fused the letter with the number by speaking it into existence. And applying this knowledge to scripture, you're going to find a more esoteric meaning in the world around you. And that's exactly what you can do when you apply this to federal government scripture, which is exactly what all this Facebook propaganda is. And I'm just going to put it out now. Even if I had no idea about Gematria, about fake news, just as a web developer, someone who makes a living in the realm of programming websites, this is bullshit propaganda. They're saying that the attacker identified a weakness in Facebook's code regarding its View As feature, the feature that lets you see what your profile looks like to someone else, as in when someone else views your Facebook profile, what they see. It's just a rendering option. All it does is take so they layer these programs. You have your code, you have the front end. It's more so just a front end rendering, which yes, it passes data through, but they're making it believable because you think about it, it's a feature that lets you see what their own profile looks like to someone else. Any dumbass goy who just believes this propaganda will be like, oh, I see how then you can manipulate. No, it's just a rendering issue in a sense. Like if you think about how it's actually built, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you can see, if you understand how these are generally built, you can see through this as clear bullshit. But that aside, you don't even need to know that. Mark Zuckerberg is in the propaganda today. He is an actor. Everything he does is bullshit, fake news propaganda. And I'll show you why it's the View As feature. It's all by the numbers. September 28th, 2018. Again, it's coming out at 1:20. It's updated. 37. Israel equals 37. That's the 12th prime number. This is just 12. It's also 120 like Illuminati. If you write out 120, you get 73, the reflection of 37 when you reverse the alphabetical order and reduce each letter to a single digit. When you do that, H is the 19th letter, so 1 plus 9 is 10. So just like we did with the S exception, this is the H. You see how we get 37, 28 reflection right here. Again, the numbers for Israel. And they're giving you that pattern inside this propaganda. So on the 271st day of the year is when this propaganda is coming out. That's the 58th prime number. Facebook equals 58, just using the alphabetical order. So does Freemasonry. Remember on 5/8, May 8th, Facebook today announced that Jeff Zients, the CEO of Cranemere, has been appointed to the company's board of directors and audit committee effective May, I think it's 21st. And see Cranemere, 82, the reflection of 28, 46, the reflection of 64, 53, the reflection of 35. Please pay attention because we're going to look at the charts. We're going to look at all the major shifts in the candles and see the date numerology in those days. It's all by these numbers. Kramer 82, the reflection 28, 64, 35. These are Thelema numbers. 35, 28, 64, Israel. And remember, Thelema honors the number 93. Israel drawn up September 3rd, 1947. Foundation 47. The Knesset, all that. Just if you do Israel's history, the date the president died, he died at 93. On the date with 93 days remaining, the world leaders, Obama and his cast of actors, go to visit him and pay their respects on the day with 93 days remaining. Jews equals 57. Today's the date with 57 numerology. Sacrifice 55. Today with 55 numerology. And it's numbers like these where if you're like, okay, because, positive propaganda can come out on a day like this as well with the numbers. But then when you see things like a sacrifice number, then you have to take that into account. So look at view as and murder. They sum to the same thing. 79, 34, 83, 38. Murder by Numbers coming out in 1983, a song by The Police. That's how you can tell it's fake news propaganda. So I told you beforehand just how logically it seems to be not, like, again, I'm not saying it's impossible. Like, hacking's possible. Anything's possible in the world of computers in that sense. But just thinking about it, how they would have built this feature, it doesn't seem like that's what the hacker will go to bypass it. It's just a joke. The attackers stole Facebook access tokens, which keep a person logged into their Facebook account over long periods of time, so they don't have to keep signing in. Facebook, see, these are stored in your cookies generally. I don't see how you need to do this to get a hold of that type of information. Your browser stores that. It really has nothing to do with Facebook. Well, it does, but you know what I mean. This shit just doesn't make any sense. Facebook reset all 50 million as well as tokens for an additional 40 million as a precautionary step. And understand, guys, Facebook is the CIA, is the federal government. It is this one world order. They already have all of your information plus more. It just doesn't matter. So yeah, don't worry if the federal government got your information on Facebook. They had it the moment you entered it on there, and they probably had it before you even entered it on there anyway. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. So look how they emphasize access tokens. 73, the reflection of 37, 35, 134, these are Vesica Pisces numbers, Israel, Tisha B'Av numbers. Tisha B'Av also sums to 37. Precautionary step, 82, the reflection of 28. 98, Israel 98, 28. See? I'm not making this up. I say numbers for space, conspiracy, Freemason, Saturn for Tesla, numbers for Israel and Freemason, mainly just numbers for Israel, Thelema, maybe some Saturn too, Zion, Facebook. Two different patterns with different numbers. And you can always see this pattern on Facebook's propaganda, and you see my Tesla videos is by a different pattern, but it's always the same numbers. So let me just show you Mark Zuckerberg. See his birthday. Mark motherfucking Zuckerberg. Born May 14th, 1984. Think about it. 1984, surveillance state, propaganda through screens, being ruled over by that type of stuff. And Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy, always being breached and hacked, born in 84, is a joke. Catholic also equals 145. Right after the Catholic Church's birthday, the after party, this is literally an after party put on by the Catholic Church, which sums to 84 also by the Jesuit order. And this is bullshit propaganda. So May 14th, today to his upcoming birthday, his upcoming 35th birthday, again, Thelema 35, 228 days. Death equals 228 in the English Sumerian cipher. You just take the alphabetical order and multiply by 6. From his 34th birthday to this event, Murder 34, is 137 days. That's the 33rd prime. Authority 33. Masonry 33. Police 33. Think about the Star of David. 2 triangles, 3 and 3. Also 4 months, 14 days. False flag equals 33 and 414. This is a false flag propaganda event. Going back to that English Sumerian cipher, we get 414, again, multiply this by 6, 414, 33. So, it doesn't end there. This is when the new propaganda comes out, but their engineering team discovered a security issue on Tuesday, September 25th. And I just want you to see with your own eyes how far that is from Mark Zuckerberg's birthday, from his upcoming birthday. Sometimes punching this in is, but once we get there, exactly 33 weeks. That's when they discovered it. That's when his next birthday is, his 35th birthday, exactly 33 weeks. Also 231, the 21st triangular number, Saturn 21, Jesuit 21. Remember how, if you're here for my Mac Miller video, now are we kind of going along with what's going on? Like, I'm showing you how he's dying 33 weeks from his birthday. So not even a month later, I'm showing you how Mark Zuckerberg is participating in a federal government pump and dump. Or more so just a continued dump. I mean, since that whole whatever happened, whatever, the whole major spying thing they're saying, it's been a shorting party ever since. Short the shit out of this every time it tries to make higher highs, and nope. And they bring out more propaganda in these days to make this happen. Trials, all sorts of things. Now today is getting hacked. Lower highs, lower lows as it's descending. And then when it gets back to 150 area, let's see what type of propaganda they're going to put out. It's 33 weeks. I think that's the end of the notes, which is good. Real quick, here's how you can see. We saw the pattern, we saw the propaganda. Now look at the days these are happening. You won't believe this, but it's the truth. And again, if trading's a game of statistics and chance and probability, you see it's the same patterns. This is a high probability strategy that I am teaching absolutely free. Please share this with every single trader you know. They will love it, and tell them to apply, paper trading, fake money first. Stop risking money on a new strategy. But anyway, March 29th, 2018. We'll just see when that is. A date with, it's the 88th day of the year. Jewish equals 88. So we have this Jewish company, Facebook, coming out with this propaganda. Jerusalem 32, Masonic 43. But here's the thing, I'll tell you right now. The March 29th, it went up. That was a date with a life lesson number of 43, Masonic 43, killing 43. So you very well could have anticipated this being a negative day. But understand, it's a day you could have just watched out for. You could have seen, okay, it's opening above where the previous day closed. You'll see some volume, a lot of sentiment. There'll be some propaganda out there that you'll be ready. You know what I mean? Guys, a lot of traders aren't ready. They're so distracted. Today, I got a message on my phone that says traders will be distracted today because of the Kavanaugh trial. And it's just like, that type of thing. And it really is. I mean, they're always distracted. People aren't really focusing unless you're trading at computers and stuff, but I'll go into that some other time. But anyway, you could have just get the gist on what's going to happen Just know by knowing the date numerology. Now let's look at this one's really easy. April 10th. Immediately you should have known. That's 4-1, 41. Facebook sums to 41. Just reversing the alphabetical order and reducing. Remember, on 5/8 they did something. I'll show you what happened then. I'll show you what happened on May 8th. Facebook equals 58, 41. So you just look at, and this is an important thing to note, May 8th. It depends when the news comes out. So the news came out May 8th, and you can see not much activity here. But look at the next day, May 9th. And if you go back, it's because when they're saying they're partnering up with Jeffrey Zients, oh yeah, they're hiring him, getting the blockchain. That was coming out in the afternoon, early evening, and the news takes time to spread and propagate. So that's something that for the next day then is going to go up. So understanding that on 5/8, Freemasonry 58, Facebook 58, participating in propaganda. 41 on 4/10, look at this huge green candle. Open at 157, closed at 165. You know, I hope people are following along. I hope people are following along. It's about 5% almost, not bad. So let's look at some more of these. May 23rd, a very special day to Freemasonry. 23.5 plus itself gives you 47. You could have expected a lot of activity for that day, and then see the date numerology. 39, 28 numerology. See, and this is I'm gonna speed up a little bit because there's a lot of 28s, 35s, 37s. Just like how today is the 28th, so he's participating in his propaganda. Here it with 28 numerology, 46 Israel, 64. 28, Saturn 21, 93, perfect thelemic ritual on May 23rd. Nice green candle. Let's see this one, May 31st. May 31st. Date with 47 numerology. Remember, Israel drawn up September 3rd, 1947. Is a very special number to the establishment of Israel. Masonic 74. 54, the number for the sun. And then you can say maybe every day there's like a different set it could work. Here's the thing then. You don't need to, you can exclude numbers. It's not about capturing every last day it does something. It's about establishing a pattern that you can have a large sample size and say, okay, out of 1,000 times, I am profitable 8 or 9 out of 10 times I do this. If you're doing it really correctly, because a lot of these go up on like special days, like June 14th. So you can say, I'm just going to stick with the Israel, Thelema, Zion numbers, or that and the numbers for Facebook. See a date with 58 numerology, Facebook 58, June 14th. July 6, 2018. This one, the 187th day of the year. And likewise, you could have stayed away from this one. You said, okay, well, 187, I know it's like a murder number, but sacrifice 67. But understand, Facebook equals 31. USC and it's on a day with 31 numerology. But then there's 187 chapters in the Torah. So you got to think of the duality too. And it's all about the risk tolerance of the trade. So your risk tolerance coupled with the patterns, you could have decided not to trade that day and been fine. And again, you don't have to capture everything. But again, on that day, you would have seen volume, you would have seen momentum. Then you can say, okay, well, there's a lot of more confirmation today's going to be a good day on this date with 58 numerology. Let's go to the day they had that, on the 25th, Death 25. This is when that big bad news came out. So the next day it opened up very low. It gapped super down. All the way down because it's a Zionist Jew pump and dump. And this is what I mean. Date with a life lesson number 43. And it's pretty overextended too. Look how high it's going just on this uptrend. Whatever line it's following, see how it's extended from it. So it's very risky to hold anyway. And that's also gives you more context. If it's so overextended, it's due for a pullback, and it's a date with a lifeless number 43, then you can think like, maybe not. Maybe not. So let's see how long we're in this video. 20 minutes. We'll just get a lot of these big red candles. You know, there's this side after the whole, because think about it, they have this propaganda event, and now there's all sorts of different propaganda, a lot of volatility, because each day Mark Zuckerberg does this, he does that, and then, you know, sells off to a bunch. People buy in, or whatever, gets more manipulated, more propaganda. That's how it really works. And you can go back in the news, look for these specific dates, see all the news coming out about them. So let's look at this one. August 16th. Day with a lifeless number of 35. Thelema 35. And it's the 228th day of the year. This is the day Aretha Franklin was ritualistically sacrificed by the numbers. Day with 137 days remaining. 33 is a sacrificial number. Again, this coming 137 days from Mark Zuckerberg's 34th birthday. Murder 34. Sacrifice is a 33 connection. Again, Jesus dying on the cross at 33. Sacrifice 62. So if you see this thelemic number, you're like, okay, Facebook's up to bat. And you see those other numbers, I would step away. Not the 228th day of the year. This one, September 6th, 2018, 9/6, Freemason 96. Date with 53 numerology, the reflection of 35. See, same numbers, date with 33 numerology. Last one was the day with a lifeless number 35, with 137 days remaining, the 33rd prime. The next, later on, big red candle right here in the 6th, you know, big sell-off, bad news day, 33 numerology, reflection. So you see how this is a consistent pattern, and you can see this again and again and again and be able to make more informative decisions. You know, 8/6, 2018, this big green candle. Let's see what came out then. Let's see if Facebook could have been in the news that day based on the date numerology. Jerusalem 32, day with 147 days remaining. So I didn't point it out, but there's been a lot of 25s too in this, and that's a number I've seen a lot quoted in these. But again, death 25, and you don't have to, again, take every number. You just take a set. Like me, I would just focus on the 35s, 28s, 64s, like the, you know, 37s, Israel numbers. 44. So I hope this was good information. I hope you can see the pattern. I hope you understand what to do. Like, you can go do this yourself. You can do this with Tesla. You'll get the same things with a different pattern. If you like, I can do a few Tesla just to show you how you can go. If you know the pattern, it's the same. I've already shown this before. If you're at 33, you get 66 on 6/6, big green candle. Here's my favorite one. Look at this. On 4/4, April 4th, Musk 44, Space 44. On 4/4, here he's participating in some federal government propaganda, driving his stock price up. Space. And again, you could have played Facebook propaganda this day on 4/4, see what's going on. Israel 44. Because there's overlap. 45 the next day too. Sun 54. 45 the sun is Saturn magnetic square. Very special number to NASA. Again, if you're out 33, you get 66. Again, this is the day with 33 numerology. 7/8. Tesla equals 7833. And that was August 7th. See, 7833. Again, this was the day where Facebook had a big sell-off too. It's like it's almost like they're inverse of each other. We already looked at it this day with Facebook. You see how they both react in their own way on that based on the propaganda. That 33 was a sacrificial number for Facebook in that day, and for Tesla, it's a good number because Masonry 33. This is Freemasonry. The space program is just glorified Freemasonry. Mason 28 on 20/8. Look at this nice green candle. Freemason 128, the reflection of that, 8/21. And then 199 to 46 prime. They went up too. They with 28 numerology, Mason 28. CL on a date with 66 numerology. Nice push right here. And remember, on 6/6, right here, a nice big green candle. Same patterns inside their propaganda. Saturn 30, with 103 days remaining, the 27th prime. And I'm just pointing these big candles out because these are the days with all the activity. You know, there's some days where there's not much here and there. But you see how the date numerology is very fitting on these days where there's a lot of activity. Again, you know, they're always Sun 27. On 7/2, this huge sell-off. So it's never like, oh, you know, these are numbers for Tesla, I'm going to make a lot of money. Like, I really just don't think there's any way to know. That's why you should, like, look at, again, the previous day's high and close and understand, like, the relation to that, the overall direction of the stock. Like, there's other things you can look at. This is just helping you anticipate things better and and also figure out kind of when things like this happen. You know, Mason 28 on 2/8, huge push. Saturn 21, Freemason 48, Mason 28, they with 28 numerology. Tesla propaganda every single time, never fails. So take care. Peace out. Catch you in the next video. I'm going to use Tesla as an example for this last point, but it's going to be a very effective way for combining the date numerology with the concept of support and resistance levels to then help you understand the more ambiguous points where it'll have maybe a murder number in there. Oh, I'm not sure, but if it's at like a common support level, you can anticipate more propaganda to send the price up. It could have been here. It could have, you know, happened some other day later on, but you could have maybe anticipated to happen on the 4th because, again, Sun 54, 45, the Sun, Saturn's magic square. They with 47 numerology. The Freemasons compass set at 47 degrees. At the top of the pole is the pole star, 47. Euclid's 47th problem about establishing a foundation. These are also numbers for time. We're talking about time, space, Tesla. Think about it. Tesla Motors, moving very fast. Time. And then he's in SpaceX. He's an actor playing the role of some time and space. Freemason. So understanding that, you could have anticipated this day to be a positive day for them because it's been hitting the support a bunch of times. Likewise here. It was taken off here, but you could have really anticipated 6/6. Because again, if you read out 33, you get 66. And that's also a date with 208 days remaining. Mason 28. America 5023. An American icon, Elon Musk. Saturn 3021, and it's honestly a pretty good day for them. United States 157, the 37th prime. NASA 73, the reflection of 37. So bam, on that day, huge. So when you get up here then, let's say this next sell-off on June 19th on King James's birthday. Yes, King James's birthday, they very well could have had it keep going up higher. But you understand that you might have to look back a little further. You're pretty overextended this next day. So you're hitting a resistance. And even you can see here this long shadow. It means that people bought up there, but the shorts, they were able to short up there, trying to get it back down. So The next day it did go up pretty well on June 18th. Date with 35, 42 numerology, Freemason 42, Catholic 35, NASA 35, date with a lifeless number of 35. NASA's putting on propaganda against SpaceX, NASA the same thing. So Tesla getting a huge boost through their propaganda. So June 19th then. 43 numerology, and this is really important. So as I've been saying, with 43 numerology, killing equals 43, Masonic 43, and this is Tesla propaganda. They're Masonic. This looks very good for them. We get Sun, Saturn numbers. Well, Sun 27, 54, Saturn the keeper of time, Sun the keeper of time. But we get Death 25, killing 43, and you can see how we're pretty overextended here, reaching resistance. The next day, look, it opened. Oh yeah, next day it opened pretty low. Or sorry, opened high, closed down here. It would have opened lower than when it closed the day before. There was some bad news in between this time, all for that day. So that's why I'm getting at here. Likewise over here, this big bounce again, 208, just like the other day with 208 days remaining. It was a big green candle. Now on 20/8, Mason 28, Space 28, Tesla going up at this previously established support. That's what I mean when you can use support and resistance levels to figure it out. And look, down again at 264, getting sued by the numbers. Oh, and good, I remember now, because I was going to say this. Look out for, I said look out for October 3rd in my other video too. October 3rd, a date with 51, 42 numerology, Conspiracy 51. They got sued 51 days from the day he came out and said he's going public. Freemason 51, Conspiracy 51, Federal 51, Freemason 42. They with 89 days remaining. The 11th Fibonacci number, chaos also equals 89. So that means it could also be more negative propaganda. But because we're at a previously established support, it very well could be a positive event to send the price further back up. However, I'd be cautious about the fact that it's 89 days remaining. Like, I just noticed that these, like on the day of the year or the days remaining, seems to be very strong, almost as strong as like the life lesson number. So, again, just wait to see what happens that day. The overall sentiment in the morning, the type of propaganda that comes out, and then you'll be able to hit the ball quick on that day because you understand there's gonna be some big event for NASA. There's also 1331. They also deal with 1331 numerology. I'm at the cube of Saturn. 103, the 27th prime number, Sun 27. So hope this further helps you see how you can cut the ambiguities out and combine Kabbalah with support and resistance levels to further enhance your trading ability. Peace out.